Alright guys, so welcome back to ReligionWinked TV, and I'm your host Drew, and guys, I'm just going to share some things about Sheree Whitfield. ATL and Michelle Brown is asking us to pray for Sheree, and I'm like, why? Shoot. But guys, it's because she got it, okay? And I just want to talk to you about some other things going on in Atlanta with the mayor, Keisha Bottoms, and of course the governor having beef back on around July 10th about opening or closing the state of Georgia, you know, the reopening phase. I'm also going to let you hear some audio of Sheree Whitfield admitting to her having it, and also I'm gonna let you hear some, you know, just commentary on Keisha, the mayor down in Atlanta. Okay, so guys, bear with me. I'm gonna try to do this from my camera. There's a whole lot going on with my editing software. I'm trying to download it like I normally do to upload it to Premiere, and it's pretty much giving me a problem, saying it can't open this file and this, that, and the third. So whatever, I'm gonna try to do some things this way while I'll figure out what to do. Actually, the video is called Drea Drag the Stallion Domestic Violence, and 50 Cent chime in. It's ridiculous, guys, what's going on in Hollywood. But let me just cover a couple of things here and see what we can do. Now, I am going to click on, hopefully you guys can still see me. I'm going to try to pull it up. Oh, yes, I'm recording. Okay, alright. So let me not be nervous about that. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms out of COVID-19 quarantine. Alright. So I believe her last name is Bottoms. So let me read that again. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms out of COVID-19 quarantine. It doesn't say is out of. But down here it says Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms is out of quarantine after testing positive for C-19 earlier in July. Writing on Twitter Wednesday, Bottoms announced that her quarantine is over and she got a new haircut thanks to her mom. Now, she's going to go on to say her mom has pretty much been out of the industry of doing hair for some years now, but came over to take care of her baby, you know, being quarantined for 14 days or however long Keisha had to stay with at least 3 of her family members. We're going to find out. You know, her mom went over and treated her, you know, helped her, make her feel good. And so basically she goes on to say, now, back to life, back to reality. Bottoms says, quarantine is over. Mama showed up between morning and afternoon meetings with shears in hand to trim me up. She hasn't done hair in over a decade, but Mama still got it. And it is capitalized with an exclamation point, y'all. Now back to life, back to reality. Alright, and the reality for us all is, at some point in time, we should have all been protecting ourselves and those around us. And it just goes to show you that so many people like Keisha, and as we're going to see, like in Sheree Whitfield's circumstance, that people take this C-19 for granted until it hits home, and then it's actually, oh my God, I should have did this, I should have did that. And when we should have just been doing right all along. It's called universal precaution. So basically, let me see if I can go on here with some more of this commentary. Alright, so basically Bottoms had announced that she had and her family had tested positive for the novel C-19 despite showing no symptoms on July 6th. So prior to her getting into it with the governor, we're going to see that this all happened like at least 4 days before she got tested. It says C-19 has literally hit home, she said. She told MSNBC that she decided her and her family members should get tested again because her husband literally has been sleeping since Thursday. And let me see, this report was written on, basically it says 1 day ago, but I don't know. Let me see if I can see something else. It had to have been prior to July 6th or on July 6th roughly, because that's when she showed no signs or no symptoms. So basically it goes on to say that her husband's been sleeping since whatever Thursday. She said that the only other symptoms she had and her husband have been experienced are those similar to allergies they have. And again, I told you, I deal with allergies, and the flu, all these symptoms are similar. Guys, the best thing you can do is go get tested, because like Keisha, you're walking around asymptomatic for the most part, having little symptoms, not get tested, and God knows how many people she came in contact with, not to mention her own family. Now, we've seen Chris Cuomo, the television news guy. He had it, allegedly. He stayed in his basement for 14 days, was able to come out. You don't know if these people are telling the truth or not, like we're going to get to Sheree Whitfield in a moment. But he was able to come out and be around his family again. I mean, you got to take this thing serious, people. So anyway, it basically goes on to say, it leaves me for a loss of words, because I think it literally speaks to how contagious this virus is. Bottoms told MSNBC, "We've taken all of the precautions that you can probably take. We wear masks. We're very thoughtful about washing our hands. I have no idea when and where we were exposed. Probably on your job. Probably at one of them conference meetings. Probably beefing with the governor, and we're going to get into that in a minute. I'm not sure. But this is where contact tracing really comes in at. Now, I've been tested. It came back negative. So, since I've been tested, you're damn right, I've been trying to stay in the bubble and keep people at bay and treat even myself as if I have it. So, when I go out, I don't want to give it to other people and don't want to get it. So, I've been taking the precautions to keep us all safe, even though I've been tested and came back negative. So she finally says, "We finally received our test results taken 8 days before." And again, this was July 8th, 2020 at 7:22 a.m. She tweeted this. "We finally received our test results taken 8 days before. One person in my house was positive then. By the time we tested again 1 week later, 3 of us had C-19. If we had known sooner, we would have immediately quarantined. Perhaps the National Guard can help us with testing too." Now, I don't know if she's taking a jab at this or not, but baby, let me tell you, back in March, we were all told to go out and get toilet paper, mask, and hand sanitizer, right? So why in July she doesn't know any sooner or any better? Are you people kidding me? So we're going to go ahead. Let me go ahead and get this link just in case you guys want to, read the story for yourself. Do your own research. Form your own opinions. Alright, so let me go down here. Put this here. Alright. So this mayor, I just gotta label stuff, guys, because I'll be losing files, have to look for stuff. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and close that out and get right next into what we consider to be Georgia governor and the mayor of Atlanta in turf war over C-19 restrictions. I wonder what this is all about. This was written July 10th. Okay, so governor looks kind of sick himself. Anyway, judge not lest you be judged by the same measures. Lord have mercy on us all. Georgia's governor and the mayor of the state's capital and large city are at odds over C-19 restrictions, with Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms announcing a return to tough measures to control a spike in C-19 infections, and Governor Kemp insisting that her order is non-binding and legally unenforceable. They getting into it, right? Bottoms, a Democrat, not that that really damn matters or not here. I told you, these adjectives is what's killing people, black and white, until you're just people knowing that the white race is this and the black race is that. You don't always gotta say it when you're talking about a specific person. Bottoms, a Democrat, because see right here they're calling her a donkey, and if you're Republican they're calling you an elephant. Which reminds me, there was a donkey that talked in the Bible. She opened up her mouth and spoke 3 times. Numbers chapter 22. Alright, being a Democrat, she announced Friday that she was bringing Atlanta back to phase 1 reopening, the most restrictive post-lockdown measures that require all residents to stay home except for essential trips. Is this because she's since been found out she have COVID? Now she want to lock down the city again, take things more seriously, be a outstanding mayor protecting all of her people down there? The mayor's order came on the same day that Georgia announced a record-breaking one-day spike in C-19, logging 4,400 new confirmed cases. Health authorities in Atlanta's Fulton County says about half of the new cases in Georgia in the past 2 weeks have occurred in the city. At the hands of Keisha, at the hands of Sheree, at the hands of these people who love to party and show up and, social gather instead of social distance. Basically, Atlanta Fulton EMA says the at Fulton Health released their latest C-19 epidemiology report on July 9th. Prior to her and the governor getting into it, right? The full report, which includes data for hospitalizations, long-term care facilities, demographics, and maps, can be found on our at Fulton Info website, and you can go to fultoncountygeorgia.gov/C19. It's spelled out though, COVID-19 epidemic, pandemic, whatever you want to say. So anyway, the Atlanta mayor responds, Governor Kemp. Atlanta Mayor at Keisha Bottoms, action today is merely guidance, both non-binding and legally unenforceable. As clearly stated in my executive orders, no local action can be more or less restrictive, and that rule applies statewide. Now, is this man Republican, and why didn't they mention it here, even though I don't like for you to mention it? But you see how biased these people are in media? He may be Democrat, but why didn't they mention that here as well? So, Michael Satan, breaking Atlanta mayor at Keisha Bottoms, is preparing to roll back city's reopening plans to help slow the surge of C-19 cases. The city is currently in phase 2 and its 5 steps reopening plan, but now they will go back to phase 1 according to the mayor's spokesperson. And again, you guys want to go ahead and finish reading the rest of this story, you can. I am going to finish with 2 things here. As clearly stated in Governor's executive order, no local action can be more or less restrictive, and that rule applies statewide, Governor said, okay? And we're going to skip down. Bottoms told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution on Wednesday that she had the authority to enforce the mask restrictions the way she would enforce any other city ordinance. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and take this down so you can go and watch the rest of this showdown or read about the rest of this showdown between the Atlanta mayor and the governor of the same state. Alright. So, let me see. Where am I? Here I am. Alright, so I have some other links once that other video about Drea and Meg Thee Stallion. That video is pretty good, guys. You guys need to check that video out when I can get it uploaded. I may have to do it live, but it's better than the live we did yesterday, believe you me. Alright, so we're going to end it here. You guys can go check out this when I put all of the links down below. Now, what I'm going to do is come back on camera here somehow. I probably still am. Alright, I am going to let you guys listen to... Hold on one second. Alright, so I am going to let you guys listen to Sheree Whitfield. And who gonna check me, boo? Because I said some people don't deserve prayer or need prayer. They're out here making poor choices. They know COVID's been going on since last October, November, December. Shit. Some people say last year they had it. Some parts of the world are saying that. I'm just saying. Y'all listen to YouTube like me. So anyway, let's go with the first conversation. Now, courtesy of Michelle ATL Brown, you're going to hear her in this a little bit. I wasn't able to edit her out because she's talking through the audio while she was playing the video. I didn't take the video. I just wanted the audio. So we're going to go ahead and listen. But first of all, alright, now that was her coughing, and you're going to hear her explain how she developed a dry cough. You're going to hear her explain how she went to a party. It was only about 7-8 people there. Then she's going to say it was about 15 to 20 people maybe at the same party. She's going to say it was a brunch. She's going to say it was a party. I don't know what the hell to believe, people, but you be the judge of it, okay?
Still may have only a few symptoms. I think it's, if you have symptoms, anything, then you need to stay home.
Alright, guys, I'm going to take it back to the beginning.
If I had to do it all over again, I probably would not have gone to the party, even though it was like only 15 people. And at that time, it had opened back up. The city had opened back up. But, wearing a mask, of course we're not wearing a mask at the party. And it's so funny that, not funny, but it's crazy that my family in Ohio, they all went to a party on July 4th. My one cousin, she kept her mask on the entire time. Everybody else, like at least 10, 12 of them got COVID-19. But my cousin who kept her mask on, she lives in a house that, most of these people did not get COVID. She tested.
So she's testifying that a mask kept one family member at a gathering safe, but everybody else got sick. I have masks that say take it or leave it over on teesprings.com. And guys, take it or leave it or take it up with God. 6 feet away, 6 feet under. You can go get fanny packs, masks, t-shirts, merchandise, mugs, whatever it is you want over on teesprings.com. Thank you very much. So it's funny how some family members are getting it and other family members aren't, right? That's strange.
Negative, or everybody else tested positive. And I think another thing that people need to watch out for is that even though when I started having my symptoms and I watched the mayor say, what her symptoms were, I kind of figured that's what it was. I have not left my house since.
All right, now, so the mayor said, we read that, Keisha, it could be some other reports out there as well, but we read Keisha say that she pretty much had allergies, and her husband wanted to sleep. But check out what she has to say. This is Sheree, and who gonna check me, boo?
July 3rd. I've been in this house since July 3rd. I've not left my house. People still may have only a few symptoms. I think it's, if you have symptoms, anything, then you need to stay home. You need to quarantine.
But listen, again, she's been under the same mandation the rest of the world has been on since COVID was released, and all these reports came out to stay home, social distance yourself, wear a mask, treat everybody like it's universal precaution, and we all have AIDS out here, or COVID-19, or some other respiratory infection that make us all sick and kill off the population of the whole entire world, because that's what they tried to do and failed miserably, thank God.
You need quarantine. And even when people are getting tested, I had tested and it still took 6 days for my results to come back. When my results came back positive, I'm still in the house. I'm still in the house. People are getting tested and they're thinking they're feeling fine and they're still going out and, mingling and, doing whatever, thinking that, I feel fine. My test is probably going to come back negative. And they're not. And what they're doing is just going out contaminating, just getting other people sick.
Right. Has anyone else in your family tested positive?
Callie, my youngest daughter, she tested positive.
Alright, so one of her daughters tested positive. How important is it to go out and be social, and it's all for social media, it's all for social fame and social clout and social clicks and views, but yet your family is suffering? Haven't COVID-19 taught you anything?
How's she doing?
She's doing good. Her symptoms were, she's young. Her symptoms are much different than mine.
Let me just say, wholeheartedly, sincerely, my prayers go out to anybody affected with anything that the government may try to take out and use against people to kill off the population of the world. Well, predominantly black people. But anyway, I sincerely hope we begin to make better choices and stop trusting the enemies of this world. Hey, if they say don't go outside, we think it's because it's this new world order, martial law, all it is. People are definitely still getting sick behind this, so take it serious, people.
The only thing she had, she lost taste and smell and fatigue. Other than that, she didn't have any of the someone said, can we move forward? I just want to I want to see the whole thing.
How are you being treated?
Self-treating, self-medicating, just really taking lots of, just trying to feel my immune system back up, lots of vaccine, elderberry, sea moss, flaxseed oil, just really lots of orange.
and things like that. Just really just trying to build my immune system back up. Like right now,
Alright, let me try to take this back a
right now,
little bit.
when I tell you, I took my temperature right now. I got my little thing. I'm probably have a little fever right now. I am so hot right now.
I'm
So hot.
so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
What is your advice for people then to not get this? And what precautions should people be taking seriously to not get this?
I mean, they gotta stop with the partying and stop all these, these get-togethers and, going out without your mask. And, I just say to people who are having symptoms, they need to quarantine. They need to quarantine and just really take this serious. People are literally dying every day from this. And, I thank God that, while I felt bad, I didn't feel, I'm still here. I'm still alive.
Right. You brought up the Atlanta mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms. She's been very vocal about what's happening. What are your thoughts on her, and do you think that she's doing enough?
I think she's doing a good job. I think what she's doing, I'm definitely per the mandate, the mask mandate, and I think she's doing what she feels is best for the people to try to keep, just trying to keep everybody safe and putting politics aside. I think wearing the mask is definitely necessary, and not just for you, but for other people. Like, think about other people. If you don't wear, how bad is it to go outside? I mean, it is, it's a little restraining a little bit, because I can't breathe, with them on, but I still wear them because I want to protect myself and I want to protect other people, when I'm out. And I just think that people, she can't make people do, they should want to do it.
Right. Another thing that's kind of been on the
Y'all believe her or not? Press one.
Her arrest. I don't know if you've spoken to her, and what do you think about what she's doing?
I think what Portia, I actually went to.
Alright, is she believable so far? Let me know what you think down below.
A protest a while back, and Portia actually spoke. She spoke, and she did an amazing job. And I actually texted her after and said, "Oh my gosh, this is your next calling. Like, this is what you're supposed to do for real." Like, she is. I said, your grandfather is looking down. He is smiling. He is proud of you. She's really doing an amazing job. So kudos to her for
Totally. Well, Sheree, we are getting a lot of COVID questions.
Alright, guys, so she's getting a lot of public questions. Lord, my forehead is hot. She's getting a lot of public questions about the Real Housewives and about Portia, but we don't want to talk about that. I just want to know what you guys think about Sheree, her audio, Keisha Bottoms, Brian Kemp, the governor of Atlanta. And of course, I got things going on in my state as well. I've been trying to talk about it, but you guys got to get down in the comments. Whether I talk about New York and C-19, myself being tested and not having it, or other places such as Atlanta with Sheree Whitfield, Brian Kemp, and Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. Let me know what you guys think about this whole entire pandemic of a situation that was planned by the American government to take people out, such as Keisha Lance Bottoms and Sheree Whitfield. So we pray that they overcome this, and we pray that they begin to make better choices behind it. And as we hear Sheree, she's talking about taking black seed oil, flaxseed oil, black elderberry, things we probably should be doing all along, but it's only until we get sick we try to fix the situation. When, if indeed we take care of ourselves before the illness comes, we have a better chance of fighting it off. That's why some people in the family may not be getting sick. Other people may be getting sick because they're not taking care of their immune system prior to getting sick, to avoid getting sick. And you got to remember, God says that we are healed by his stripes, if that's what you believe. And with that being said, let me know what you think about this whole entire, oh my God, viral situation. Peace.